Hello, world. My name is Rico. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Sobriety date is 12/22/22. Yesterday, Sunday, yesterday will start the beginning of my phase of going into my 2 years of sobriety because next Sunday will be December 22nd. That was the day I went to Sozo and I decided to get sober. Well, not decided, I chose and needed to get sober. I'm just going to probably make a few videos, not too many, but this is the first one of me telling my story of my alcoholism. Um, Basically, that's it. So let me begin. There's really no start of how I become an alcoholic or how I became an alcoholic or anything. Yeah, I like to drink a lot more than I would smoke weed too. You know what I'm saying? But I chose the alcohol more than the weed, and I probably would say like in between like jobs and stuff or living situations and personal things happening in my life is when I started leaning more towards the bottle, and it was becoming an everyday concurrent occurrence of me drinking, um, going to work still hungover, might what I'm saying, have about a pint with me in my bag or whatnot, and still would continue to drink. But I didn't even quit. I didn't even quit when I drank myself into diabetes. I wound up developing type 2 diabetes from all the alcohol I was drinking. And I'll never forget that day. I went to the hospital. I was working at a hotel. It was on a Friday, and I went to work. Um, I knew something wasn't right the day before, but me being trying to be a functioning, working, employed human being, I went to work. And mind you, my vision was hella blurry. I was drinking, constantly thirsty, and constantly peeing a lot. And like I said, I go to work on a Friday, and I tell my boss, something ain't right. No, he walks up to me and say, "You don't look good, something ain't right." And I told him, I was like, "Man, something ain't right. I got to get all the way up on you just to see your face because my vision is bad blurry, and I'm having to drink a lot of water, and then I'm constantly going to the restroom." And he told me right then, "You need to go to the hospital." So I go to the hospital. Immediately get to the hospital. Go into tell them what's wrong. Tell them whatever. They immediately start drawing, get a urine sample and blood samples, and I would even at the hospital not even an hour before I was admitted into ICU because my blood sugar was so high. They was tripping on the fact that I was walking. You know what I'm saying, in there. Like my blood sugar was that high, people. So, I mean, I'm in the hospital. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I'm in ICU. Uh, Not like the ICU where it was bad, but at the time, that's where I was at in the hospital. I mean, I'm in the hospital, like I said, ICU. I got an insulin drip on me. Um, my heart is crazy. Like my blood pressure's all over the place, man. I was in the hospital for a few days, man. And I remember being in that hospital and the person I was with at the time, I I broke down and cried, man. No bullshit. I cried because um, I was like, I was starting to question shit and why. But the only person who was to blame was myself. I put myself up in this hospital bed from all that alcohol I was drinking. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so now I'm a diabetic. I'm a type 2 diabetic. Did I stop drinking? No. It didn't last long. I'll tell you that right now, people. It didn't last long at all. Right back in that bottle. You know, I'm trying to, get balance life out and everything, but that bottle was who I answered to and who I talked to all the time, and it controlled me. It told me what to do, when to drink, the time to drink. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a very dark time in my life. I mean, it was it was already becoming a problem before that, and when a good friend of mine got killed, that was a trigger. May he rest in peace. R.I.P. Mark Turner. I was already dealing with a lot of shit in my life, but that was before. You know what I'm saying? That didn't happen. He didn't pass like while I was dealing with the diabetes. He was already gone before all that shit even happened with me. But that was a trigger. Some other stuff was some triggers. Even with me becoming a diabetic, I mean, just throughout the year or so, switching jobs, moving around, pretty much cutting people off, isolating. Well, no. I wasn't cutting people off just yet, but throughout all of this, I still did not stop drinking. Uh, I continued to drink. So I'm a pro fast forward through all this because it will be really a long story. Uh, Throughout all this, like I said, my alcoholism was getting to a point to where I definitely had to go get help. So I go to my first rehab. My first rehab here in Hot Springs. I mean, we ain't gonna say that name or that rehab, but I stayed there. It was a 28-day program. Now, I didn't really get much out of that rehab. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't. It did not help me. It did not stop me from stop cutting alcohol out of my life all the way. It did not help. A 28-day program, no, didn't help at all. I relapsed in 3 months. Right back, same shit. Now, my alcoholism has spawned out into a whole just animal. I already was becoming an animal, a monster, evil, messed up individual, doing a lot of stupid shit. Um, Being a different person. When a person say you literally, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, you are that when you are a heavy drinker, and I was a very heavy drinker. I would do shit to downgrade the person I was with in a relationship, cheating and doing a lot of shit. I mean, and for what? When I'm doing it to myself, no one was to blame for my actions. I was to blame for it because I'm the one doing the shit. And it caused a lot of problems in my relationship. I wound up losing a relationship with my daughter, but I got my kid back in my life now, thank God. But that's another story I'll get into. Not in this video, but the next video. I'll talk more about some other things, but I'm just touching bases to tell part of my story of my alcoholism and how bad I was. I mean, every day I would wake up. Every day, 9 o'clock in the morning, I would go to the liquor store and get me a bottle, a pint, you know. That's how I started my day off. Every day, 9 o'clock. Go home, play the Xbox, playing football, whatever, Call of Duty, and just drink. Might go back and get another one before noon. This is an all day, everyday thing I was doing. And, if I gotta go to work, I take a nap, get up, go to work. I went to work plenty of times, hung up, sick, throwing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there were times I was taking alcohol with me to work just to get through. Um, so that was an everyday thing for me. Knowing I'm a diabetic, knowing that I'm not supposed to be drinking. Period. This alcohol is gonna kill me, but I did not care. I had to drink every day, all day. I'm probably went one time without having a drink, and that wasn't by choice. It was just because I was fucking broke or whatever. I mean, it was getting to the point where like I'm scraping change up just to get a cheap pint of fucking vodka. I mean, that's how bad my alcoholism was getting to me, and I just didn't care. You know, still not even balancing my relationship out, balancing my home living out, nothing. If that bottle wasn't in play, I didn't care about nothing else. Like I said, it got to the point where I had relapsed that time and I lost a relationship with my daughter. But that was my everyday thing, every day. And when I look back at that shit, man, like I said, I was a fucked up individual, man. Like I said, alcoholism is a deadly disease that is not curable. You got to get help and just beat that, man, because it's not a game. And I'm not even gonna sit up here and bullshit with you people. I work at a bar. Yes, I work at a bar. Um, but I don't let it get the best of me because why I face other demons since still in the road of recovery from alcohol. Still done face other demons and other battles that I've had to face, and this is my place of employment, and I know that's where the line draws. This is my place to work, and plus I would not no me picking up another bottle again. No, not gonna happen. Like I'm saying, man, I've been through too much, and that shit is gonna kill me. And it don't matter what I've been through in my life, what I'm going through now in this present time. I would not give in to that bottle. But people, listen to me. Like I said, 9 o'clock every day. That's how I would drink all the time. And like I said, I get so drunk. I've gotten drunk to where I blacked out in my closet. I had living at a place with a big walk-in closet. I done passed out on the floor. Person I'm with at the time come home, find me passed out on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Blacked out from drinking so much. I mean, seeing the video of me being a fucking idiot the next day is embarrassing. Let alone letting my family down. You know what I mean? So it was a very hard struggle to know that this bottle is controlling me every day of my life. And was if I didn't stop, it was gonna kill me. But it's something that I would not I would not want to go through that again. Cause alcohol not only can it kill you, man, but it can destroy your life. Just like these drugs that's out here on these streets, this meth and this fentanyl or whatever. It can destroy your life. Just this alcohol though, that's not nothing to play with, bro. I mean, I went to rehab and I've seen other people that have been in the same rehab as me, and then they right back on the same shit. And it's a sad situation, man. So I'm just saying, man, if y'all know people that are alcoholics, bad drug addicts, man, get them some help, man. Let them have their second chance at life. Cause I'm just gonna say this: throughout all that, man, God had His hand on me, and He said, "It's not your time." And I could have been dead, y'all. I could have been dead. I mean, I done been in the hospital for pancreatitis, for real. For pancreatitis, man, because of drinking so much. Like, fucking up my liver. Man, that could have took me out. I mean, but I just kept on, kept on, kept on, kept on, kept on drinking. Even after that first rehab, and that didn't do nothing for me, and I went, just came back out 3 months later, bam, right back to it. But right now, this is just the beginning of the start of my testimony that I'm finna tell y'all. And if those who want to watch these videos, like I said, it might be 2 more videos. I don't, maybe just 2 more. I'm gonna wrap it up from that. But like I said, this is the week of coming up the week of my 2 year anniversary from alcohol. So like I said, I will say this: I've made plenty of posts about it, and I make plenty of stats or whatever, and I will continue to say this. Just because you see me somewhere where there's alcohol at or being served, hey man, I might be just there to enjoy my time, enjoying a good time, or just out kicking it with some friends. But real people know not to come at me with that bullshit about alcohol. I would not do that to myself again. I know I shouldn't be in situations like that, but I know me and I know myself. And like I said, this is a demon I have fought in the fucking face. You know what I'm saying? And then battle, and I'm still winning. At the end of the day, I'm still winning. Believe that. I mean, to reach almost 2 years, this is a big accomplishment for me. Especially knowing how bad of an alcoholic I was, people. But I just want y'all to tune in. Like I said, this is just the start of this what I'm doing right now. Because this is really my testimony. Because I didn't want to go live to do this because I didn't want all the questions in my news feed and all that. The people talking. let me have this time to talk to this camera, and then I post this video. Then y'all can say whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling to be almost 2 years sober. Not only that, I got a good friend that I met in rehab that's been my partner through all of this, and he is 2 years sober. He made 2 years sober last month. My partner Kyle Stewart. That's my homeboy. I love that dude to death, man. He's been a real friend to me, and through it out at all, he's heard me cry. I done cried on the phone with this dude. I mean, he didn't see me hardly upset, but he's been my friend through it all, and I appreciate that, brother. That's why they said keep some like-minded sober friends around you, and that's my like-minded. That ain't my like-minded sober friend. That's my like-minded brother, sober brother. Put it like that. But I'm proud of him too, though, cause he fought demons, and I mean, moved here from a whole nother town. You know what I'm saying? Don't know nothing about Hot Springs, but he's been doing his thing with the sobriety, staying sober. But people, just stay tuned to the videos. Like I said, this is only the beginning of it, but I will jump back into it one more time and just tell y'all that my alcoholism was just getting even worse by the day. You know what I'm saying? By the minute. I mean, I didn't know what was it gonna take for me to stop. I didn't know. But y'all tune in for the next video, and I'll gladly share that with y'all. So tune in.